Hello everybody, my name is Ryan Gest, back again here with what to look for at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the largest poll closing of the night. Polling stations will close in 17 states at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, as well as some precincts in parts of 5 more states. And there are a ton of really exciting races to watch here, including Pennsylvania's U.S. Senate race. In the state of Kansas, popular moderate Democratic Governor Laura Kelly is seeking a second term against the state's Republican Attorney General Derek Schmidt. Although, of course, Kansas is a very red state, remember that voters rejected a constitutional amendment to remove abortion rights by a margin of 20% in August, and Inside Elections rates the contest as a toss-up. In Michigan, a more high-profile incumbent governor, Gretchen Whitmer, is also seeking a second term. She faces Republican political commentator Tudor Dixon, and Inside Elections gives Whitmer a slight edge in the race at tilt Democrat. One thing to watch for is that Dixon's hardline views on abortion could hamper her chances in well-educated suburban counties such as Oakland, Kent, and Ingham. Moving on to the Senate, though, the Keystone State will once again prove key. Pennsylvania's contest between Democratic Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman and Republican Mehmet Oz, popularly known as Dr. Oz, has moved firmly into the toss-up column in DDHQ's forecast. The GOP will of course hope that Republican support finally consolidates around Oz at the ballot box, while Democrats hope Fetterman's perceived appeal to moderates in the more conservative western portion of the state will cut into Oz's potential overperformance in Philadelphia. Definitely keep an eye on swingy Erie and Northampton counties. Trump won both in 2016 when he won the state, and then Biden carried both counties in 2020 en route to his victory. Illinois state Democrats redrew the Republican-held 13th Congressional District in an aggressive gerrymander to contain virtually every Democratic-leaning area in southern and central Illinois. And Republican nominee Reagan Deering will hope to hold off Democrat Nikki Budzinski, who has no home base within the district. In Michigan's 3rd, Democrats helped fund Trump-endorsed Republican John Gibbs' primary win over Trump skeptic incumbent Congressman Peter Meijer, with the hope that Gibbs would be easier to defeat in this redrawn Biden +9 district. Gibbs will need to appeal to ancestral Republican voters in the left-trending Grand Rapids metro area, which could prove difficult given Gibbs' support for a federal abortion ban. Also in Michigan, longtime incumbent Democrat Dan Kildee is in danger in his working-class Flint-based 8th district that has trended to the right in recent years. Kildee outran Biden by 8 points in 2020, although deepening educational polarization could weaken his cross-party appeal, especially as his opponent, Paul Junge, is running as a more generic Republican hoping to benefit from disapproval of the Biden administration. Moving to the east, New Jersey's 7th district, Tom Malinowski is yet another vulnerable longtime Democratic incumbent. He narrowly held off longtime state legislator and political scion Tom Keene Jr. by less than 5,000 votes in 2020, and faces him in a rematch after his district became 6 points more Republican via redistricting. Malinowski's hopes lie with the fact that this district ranks well above the state average in educational attainment, though his congressional ethics scandal may wipe out those potential gains. If Democrats are somehow going to maintain control of the House tonight, then they will of course have to rely on some of their stronger incumbents to overperform national fundamentals in some of those more purple or pinkish districts. In Pennsylvania, for example, both the 7th and 8th districts are rated by DDHQ as toss-ups. Incumbent Democrat Susan Wild is running for re-election in the Allentown-based PA 07, which went from Biden +5 to Biden +0.6 after redistricting. Wild faces Trump-backed Lisa Scheller in a rematch of their 2020 matchup where Wild won by a little under 4%. Then, in the Scranton-based PA 08, longtime Democratic incumbent Congressman Matt Cartwright has managed to hold on to this ancestrally Democratic seat even as Trump won his district twice. His opponent, Jim Bognet, will of course look to win over some of those Trump Republicans in a more favorable GOP environment. Finally, Maine's second encompasses the more rural northern third of the state and voted for Trump twice. The incumbent is moderate Democrat Jared Golden, who became the first member of Congress ever elected via ranked choice voting back in 2018. Now they rematch in what is likely to be a less favorable environment for the Democrat, although a left-wing third-party candidate is still on the ballot, and Golden can thus expect to gain again in the ranked choice process in 2022. That's it for the key things to watch for at the 8 p.m. poll closing from Decision Desk HQ. Now it's back to Nathan Gonzalez and the team in the studio.